This conference will now be recorded.
If the chance that a vessel arrives safely at a post is 9 by 10, find the chance that out of 5 vessels expected, at least 4 will arrive safely. It's an easy problem. Now here, yesterday I told you an important thing when you are solving the problem. First, what you need to observe in the question is whether the given information and the question that is asked is same or not. So here the given information, that is the chance that a vessel arrives safely at a post is 9 by 10. That is the information. Find the chance that out of 5 vessels, at least 4 vessels will arrive safety. So arrive safety, arrive safety. Both are same. As both are same, the given information is, the given probability 9 by 10 is P, small p. And total how many vessels are there? 5. And what is the question is asking? At least 4. That is P of R greater than or equal to 4. So let us solve this problem. So I will tell you some small techniques. You need to follow that. Okay. So problem number 6. Now first let us write the given things here. So small p is equal to 9 by 10. 9 by 10 means 0.9. Then q will be equal to 1 minus p is equal to 1 minus 0.9 is equal to 0.1. And other things that he has given, n is equal to, so total how many vessels are being traveled here? 5. And what is the question? At least 4 means, at least 4 means P of R greater than or equal to 4. Minimum 4 vessels have to arrive safe. That is, minimum is 4 here, but the maximum is n. So what is the value of n here? 5. So means here P of R equal to 4 plus P of R equal to 5. You need to find the answers. So here you know the formula for binomial distribution. So P of R is equal to 4. I'm doing the working notes here. R is equal to 4 is equal to NCR. NCR means here N value is 5, R value is 4 into P value is 0.9, P raised to the power of R, that is 4 into Q value is 0.1 raised to the power of 5 minus 1. How much you will get? 1. Okay, is equal to, see, one thing I want to tell you, when there is only one value difference between n and p, this is n, this is p, When there is only one value difference, then the answer will be the n. So this you need to understand. No need to solve. No need to do 5C4, because whenever the value between n and r is only one number, then the value that you get for this NCR will be n. That is, what is the value of n here? 5. The 5 will be the answer. That you need to understand these small things. Okay. So 0.9 raised to the power of 4. So how much you are getting? 0.9 raised to the power of 4. 0.
0.72729.
Once again, you please do it. 4 times you do it.
0.6561.
Okay. This is the correct answer. 0.6561 into 0.1 raised to the power of 1, you will get 0.1. Now you multiply this 5 into 0.6561 into 0.1. How much you are getting? 0.32805. So this value right here, 0.32805. Okay, plus, now P of R is equal to 5. Let us do here. P of R equal to 5 equal to 5C5 into 0.9 raised to the power of 5 into 0.1 raised to the power of 1 is equal to, yes, all of you please keep your mics off. So here also I want to tell you one technique here. Whenever n value and r value is same, okay, then the answer will always be 1. The answer will always be 1. Even if you do it also, you'll get 1 only. 6C6, 7C7, 8C8, like that, 9C9, except whenever n value and r value is same, so the answer will be 1 here. So no need to do it. You need to by heart all these small things. In the examination, you will be able to save the time. So now you do 0.9 raised to the power of 5, means here 0.6561, already it is there up to 4. Just 0.6561 into 0.9 you do it. What is the answer you are getting?
0.559049. 49
59049 into 0. Sorry, here you will get any value raised to the power of, this is 0 here, sorry, actually here 5 minus 5, 0 is there, no? So we'll get here 1. Any value raised to the power of 0, you will get 1. So 1 into 0.59049 into 1, you will get
0.59049.
0.590449.
0.59.
So this value right here, 0.59049 is equal to, you add these two values, you'll get
0.9185
0. You'll get
91 1854.
854 will be the answer.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So this is problem number 6. So in the examination also you have to do like this only. First, what are the given things you have to write? Next, what is the question is asking? Leave 2-3 lines space. Then you do the working notes. Here working notes you have to do. Okay. You have to write here like this working notes, and you have to do this. So these answers will be transferred here, so that the examiner will be able to find these answers in a neat manner. Okay. So are you copying this or shall I erase the board here?
Copied, sir.
Copied. Okay, now I'm erasing the board here. Now let us do problem number 7. An oil corporation firm finds that 5% of the test wells it drills yields a deposit of natural gas. If it drills 6 wells, find the probability that at least one well will yield gas. So here first let us find what is the given information. Oil corporation firm finds that 5% of the test wells it drills yield a deposit of natural gas. This is the information. What is the question? At least one well will yield gas. So both information and question is same. So what is the meaning of it? The given probability is small p. And what is the value of n here? 6. And what is the probability? At least one well. That is p of r greater than or equal to 1. So p of r, here we will do this problem in the reverse manner so that we will finish it off in one step. Okay. So I'll explain you this in detail. Problem number 6. It is 7, I think. Okay, sorry, it is 7. And first, what are the given things here? The given things here, the probability is 5%. 5% means 5 by 100 is equal to 0.05. Q is equal to 1 minus P is equal to 1 minus 0.05 is equal to 0.95. Okay. Okay. So now here n. So totally how many wells are being yielded here? 6 wells. And what is the question is asking? P of R greater than or equal to 1. So at least minimum when one well will yield the gas. So 1 means it will start from 1 and it will end up to 6. That is P of R equal to 1 plus P of R equal to 2 up to P of R equal to 6 we have to do. Otherwise, whenever at least one is asked, we can do it in a simple manner, that is 1 minus P of R equal to 0. So this is possible only when at least one is being asked in the question. Okay. So 1 minus P of R is equal to 0. So you will get the same answer of P of R is equal to 1 plus P of R is equal to 2 up to P of R is equal to 6. Means if you do 1 to 6, you will get the answer, but it will become lengthy. but it is not an intelligent way of doing the problem. What is the intelligent way of doing the problem? Do it in the reverse manner. That is 1 minus P of r is equal to 0. Okay. It is 1 minus, let us find out P of r is equal to 0 here. P of r is equal to 0. So n value is 6, r value is 0, p value is 0.05 raised to the power of 0 into 0.95 raised to the power of n minus r, that is 6. Here also you need to learn one new thing. Whenever if you are having r value 0 and n value may be any number, you will get answer 1. That you keep in mind. Any value raised to the power of 0, you will get 1. Now 0.95 raised to the power of 6, what is the answer you are getting? So you will be getting 0.7
3509.
73509.
9.
So 0.73509 you subtract from 1. 0.73509 will be
0.26491.
0.26491.
26491. 91.
Will be the answer.
Ah,
See, the lengthy problem has been done in a simple manner. So if the same problem is asked for 12 marks, you can finish it off within 5 minutes. You
So
can save a lot of time. Yeah, he'll
this
ask
much
for
we will
12
ask.
marks. Yes, he'll ask sometimes
Okay, sir.
because most of the students will not know about this technique. They'll test this. If otherwise they will do all this P of r is equal to 1, r is equal to 2 up to 6. They'll waste
It will
lot of time.
become much lengthy, sir.
Yes. So this is possible only when at least one is asked. Okay. Did you finish?
1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Finish, sir.
Okay. No, problem number 8. The probability that a bomb dropped from a plane strikes its target is 1 by 5. This is the information. Find the probability that out of 6 bombs dropped, means 6 is value of n, at least 3 bombs will strike the target. So here both the information and the question is regarding the same thing. So 1 by 5 probability will be small p and small n will be 6. And what is the question? At least 3 bombs is p of r greater than or equal to 3 is asking. So it's a simple problem. Okay. Problem number 8. So what are the given things here? P is equal to 1 by 5 is equal to, so 1 divided by 5, how much you will get?
0.2, sir.
2. Q is equal to 1 minus 0.2. How much you will get?
0.8.
0.8. So P is equal to 1 by 5, you will get 0.2. Q is equal to 1 minus 0.2, you will get 0.8. Okay.
8.
Next, N. N value, what is the N value he has given? 6.
N value 6. N is equal to 6.
Okay, 6. And what is
Okay,
the
sir.
question is asking? P of R greater
Zero
than or equal
and
to
equal to 3.
3. So we have to start from 3 and we have to do up to 6 here.
6.
Is greater than 3 is asking, oh, at least 3. What is asking?
At least 3 bombs.
At least 3. At least 3 means it will start from 3.
3.
For example, if he's asking greater than 3, it will start at 4. 3 should not be included there. So when the problem comes, you'll know it. So P of R equal to 3 plus P of R equal to 4. P of R equal to 5 plus P of R equal to 6. So all these things we need to do. So first let us do P of R equal to 3. So what is the value of n here? 6. 6C3. R value is 3. So into P value is 0.2 raised to the power of 3 into 0.8 raised to the power of 6 minus 3, 3. So 6 C3, how much you will get? So let us do here. 6C3 is equal to 6 factorial divided by 6 minus
3 factor.
3 factorial into 3 factorial is equal to 3 factorial into 3 into 2 into 1.
1.
So this one I expanded. So next I'll
Okay.
expand the numerator part. 6
6
into
into 5 into
5 into
4 into
4 into, I will write 3 factorial.
Okay, sir.
So 3 factorial, I'm going to cancel. So now what
Okay,
are the
sir.
things that are left out here?
6 into 5 into 4, 3 into 2 into 1.
6 into 5, 30.
5
30 into 4,
into
120.
120. 120 divided by 6.
120 divided by 6.
6, sir.
How
20.
much will get? We'll get
20.
20 as the answer.
Okay.
So right here 20. 20 into 0.2 raised to the power of 3. 0.2 into 0.2 into 0.2.
0.008.
0.008. We're getting
0.08, sir. 0.008, sir.
okay. Into 0.8 raised to the power of 3.
0.512.
512.
2.
Now you multiply all these three values. 20 into 0.008 into 0.512. How much you're getting? 0.1
0.08
08
192.
192. Okay, this you keep in mind. Okay, now P of R is equal to 3 related, we finished. Now P of R is equal to 4, we have to find. P of R is equal to 4. N value is 6. C4 into 0.2 raised to the power of 4 into 0.8 raised to the power of 6 minus 4, you'll get 2.
2.
So 6C4, how much you will get? Let us find it out. To leave two line space and let us do it here. 6C4 is equal to 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 2. Sorry, 6 minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial is equal to 6 minus 4, how much will get? 6 minus 4 will get 2 factorial.
2.
So 2 factorial into 4 factorial. So 6 minus 2 will be the smaller number. So that I will expand. 2 into 1 into 4 factorial. The bigger one I'll keep as it is, and smaller one I'm expanding. That is a technique.
Okay, sir.
And when I expand in the numerator part, I will expand up to the bigger value in the denominator part. That is 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. 4 factorial will be cancelled. 6 5s are 30
30
divided
by
by
2,
2
is
will
equal to
get
15. 15.
15. Okay. We get here 15 into 0.2 raised to the power of 4. How much you will get?
0.0016.
Yeah, 0.0016 into 0.8 raised to the power of 2. You will get
0.64.
0.64. Okay. Now 15 into 0.0016 into 0.64.
0.01536.
0.011536. So these answers you need to remember. Only you are having the answers. I'm not having these answers. Okay. All these answers we need to add later on. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So shall we clear the screen or you want to write something here?
1 minute, sir. 1 minute. I'm writing.
Okay.
Over, sir.
Over?
Over, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So remember all these values P, Q, N. Okay. So now we have to do 5 and 6. Two more things are there.
Okay.
P of R is equal to 5. So what is the value of N here? 6.
6.
6C5 into 0.2 raised to the power of 5 into 0.8 raised to the power of 1.
1. It
So
will
already
come
I
6.
told you
6, sir.
it will come 6.
6.
No need to do here. These are the techniques. Very good. You remember that. Now 0.2 raised to the power of 5, you tell me. 0.08 into 0.2.
0.00032.
into any value raised to the power of 1, you will get 0.8. So what? Now you multiply 6 into 0.00032 into 0.8. Answer you're getting 0.001536.
0.1536.
Okay. Now similarly, let us do P of R is equal to 6. Is equal to 6 P6 into 0.2 raised to the power of 6
6.
into 0.8 raised to the power of 0. So 66 I told you will get 1 as the answer. You have to remember like that. Now 0.2 raised to the power of 6, how much you're getting? 0. Up to 5 you are having. 0.00032 into 0.2 you do it.
0.00064
into 1.
1.
Answer will be 0.00064. So now we have to add all these 4 values. So P of R greater than or equal to 3. P of R is equal to 3. Answer is
0.08192.
0.08192 plus
0.01536
plus
0.01536, sir. P of R is equal to 5 answer, sir.
P of R is equal to 5 also same answer.
Yes, sir. Yeah. 0.00001536
plus 0.12346 is equal to, now we find the answer, we'll get 0.
0.09888.
9,888 will be the answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the method of doing problem number 8. Okay. Problem number 9 will be doing it tomorrow. Now let us do problem number 10. Okay, let us do problem number 11 first. 11 is small problem. We'll do 11 afterwards, we'll do 9 and 10. Okay. Tomorrow we'll do 9 and 10. So first let us do problem number 11 now. It is a small problem. Okay. So a bag of 100 bulbs from a manufacturing company is known to contain 10 defective bulbs. So out of 100 bulbs manufactured, 10 are defective. If a sample of 6 bulbs is selected at random, what is the probability that there is at least one defective bulb? Okay. So this is the question is asking here. So here total 100 bulbs are manufactured, 10 are defective. Means here the probability of manufacturing defective bulbs is 10 by 100. That is small p will be equal to 10 by 100. If a sample of 6 bulbs is selected at random, small n will be equal to 6 here. Okay. What is the probability that at least one defective bulb? At least one means already I told you, you have to do this problem in the reverse manner. Okay. So now what are the given things here? Let us find it out. So this is problem number 11. So small p is equal to m by n is equal to 10 by 100 is equal to
0.1.
0.1. Okay. Then q will be equal to 1 minus p equal to 1 minus 0.1 is equal to 0.9. So what I is asking, P of R greater than or equal to 1 is equal to 1 minus P of R is equal to 0 equal to 1 minus, let us find out P of R is equal to 0. So what is the value of n here? 6. So
6.
6 C0 into 0.1 raised to the power of 0 into 0.9 raised to the power of
6.
6. So already I told you, if you are having R value is equal to 0, no need to do it. You will get answer as 1.
1.
Any value raised to the power of 0, you will get 1. Now you
1.
have to find out 0.9 raised to the power of 6.
0.53 1441. 441.
0.4686 you're getting. We'll get here 0.4686. You'll get here 0. Sorry, how much? What is the value you're getting here is?
So voice that only, sir. 0.531
531
double 41, sir. 41.
41.
That only, sir.
0.531 So answer will be 0.4686.
468 double 5 9.
Will be the answer. Okay.
Okay.
This is problem number 11. Okay, friends. Tomorrow let us end the class. Tomorrow we'll meet again. So are you going to copy the problem? You please copy. I'll wait for 1 minute.
Oh, sir, copied, sir.
Okay, friends. Tomorrow we'll meet again at exactly 12 o'clock. I'll send this video through YouTube after 1 hour. Okay. After some time you'll get this video also. Okay. Right. Bye. Are you getting videos? Are
Thank-
you able to see the videos?
I'm not getting, sir.
I'm sending no videos. YouTube link I'm sending. Once you check.
I'm
Okay. I'm sending through WhatsApp.
yes, sir. I'm not getting.
Okay. Okay. Right.